What's going on, good people? Rich here.
School in the building.
It's your girl Ray P on the mic. What's going on, fellas?
What's happening?
What's good
Hey.
with you? Back at it again with another episode of the Culture Garden Podcast.
Yeah.
Excited, happy to be here with y'all. Thank you for everybody watching. Thank you to everybody listening. I feel like I haven't said it in a while, like stopped and took a moment to tell y'all how much it means to us. Every single comment we get, every single compliment we get, text message, the whole nine, like it means the world to us. Like we were just talking about it. It never gets old. When you have a passion for something and you're able to talk about it week in, week out, and people receive it, it's always a good feeling. So thank y'all, man. I can't tell y'all that much. We can't tell you guys that enough.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So please remember to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I'm sure you do if you listen every week. But if not, please subscribe. Please give us a rating. Please give us a comment when you feel the need. Share it with your friends, people who love movies. Please, it helps us to go a long way. We just love talking about it. And like I said, I say all the time, we'll engage with anybody in any conversation about any film or television show. We love it that much. We just love it.
Facts.
Talk to us about it. But we are here today. Oh, before we even get to talk about today, next week's episode. So what we're gonna do is kind of put it in your guys' hands. I'm gonna post up an Instagram on the Culture Garden Podcast page and my personal page for everybody to vote. We got 4 Christmas movies for y'all to vote on. And whichever one you decide with, that's what we're going to do next week for the episode.
Yeah.
And we have, Jingle All the Way, Home Alone, This Christmas, and Almost Christmas. Those are going to be the 4 movies for y'all to vote on. And we won't tell y'all who wins on Instagram. You'll just tune in next week and figure out which one.
Yeah.
Which one won. But today, Undercover Brother, one that I am excited to get into.
Yes.
School, this is your movie, man. This is your selection.
Shit.
But before we even get into that, Ray P, do you remember your first experience with this film?
I actually do. A bunch of my neighborhood friends and myself, we went to the movies to see this. Shout out to Franklin Park Theater in Toledo, Ohio. So yeah, we all went as young people to see this movie. That's probably the last time I've seen this movie.
Yeah, got dropped off. Oh, word. Yeah, okay.
I love it.
Okay, then. For me, I definitely remember seeing this. Saw this in the theaters. The whole fam went. Like Pops there, like it was everything. Yeah. And I specifically remember because anybody that knows me knows how much I hate mayonnaise. Like hate it. Like it's a real thing. It's not like no mayonnaise, please. Like I can't even go into depth.
Offended.
Yeah, I'm offended. It's like I can't really even look at it. Like, so the sound effects they were making in this movie was awful. I know it's a thing, but
how do you feel about aioli?
No, I'm not with it.
Okay.
It's not a white texture thing. It's because I like ranch, I like sour cream, it's mayo. Like when we were kids, like I was about 7, 8 maybe. And he was like 6. He chased me around the crib one day with like a
glob
of Miracle Whip on a spoon. Like just shit.
I don't do mayo either.
Yeah, I can't rock with it. But I say all that to say I remember Pops looking over at me and like laughing and nudging me when that part came on because he knew. And I've been telling y'all for years, like y'all ain't black if y'all eat mayo. Like y'all crazy. Like what's wrong with y'all? But I just remember that experience. I remember it being hilarious, and I just remember, like you, Rachel, I watched it so much in like a 2 to 5 year span that I haven't watched in years. Like it's been a long time since I watched this film, so it was fun to kind of dive back down the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
but it's cool. This is your movie. What's up? Talk to us. You remember your first
shit, man?
Absolutely. I didn't see it in theaters. My dad had it, and Pops was like, have you seen Undercover Brother? And I was like, nah. He was like, oh, man. And if you know my Pops is real soul brother. Like, what up, Pops? I know he listening. But hey.
Hi, Dad.
This was his shit. And he got me hip. And I fell in love, man. Classic. Eddie Griffin is a legend, man.
Absolutely. So with this being School's choice, I'm gonna let him kind of take the reins and kind of lead us this episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit back, relax. School got us, man. He in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
get to it.
So let's get started with some stats, man. This movie was released on May 31st, 2002. The budget was 12 million and it made about 39 domestically and 41 globally. So it made its money back and then some. Shout out to Eddie, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the cast. Eddie Griffin as Undercover Brother. Like I said, he's a legend. One of the movies that I think about with him is Foolish with Master P.
That joke that I always get weak at.
Yeah, that shit is silly. But it also he gets credit for Anton Jackson too. Shout out to that. Chris Kattan, if you know anything, he's from SNL. At this time, he was smoking hot. He plays Mr. Feather. Denise Richards plays White She-Devil. At this time, I think she was real popular for being married to Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, that was the thing.
And their little fling.
And coming off of Wild Things.
Oh, Wild Things.
Wild Things was a moment in time.
Ooh,
if you were around in the 90s or 90s, early 2000s, yeah, that was a thing.
I'm about to fuck her name up.
Anjanou Ellis.
Anjanou Ellis?
Anjanou Ellis.
Legend.
Sister girl. Yeah, she a legend. I just was gonna fuck
her that's how it happens.
So I wasn't gonna do that. My guy, Chappelle, as Conspiracy Brother. And one of my favorite actors on the low, Shy McBride. As Chief.
Rock with Shy McBride, man.
You hear me? Neil Patrick Harris, legendary. If you know, you know. Billy D. Williams, another
absolute legend.
King.
Like the fact that he even said yes is crazy. Well, didn't have many lines though.
Well, it's funny because he said that anytime he gets offered, people don't think of him as a comedic actor, so he rarely gets offered. So he said anytime he gets a comedy offer, he jumps on it.
Yeah,
because he quoted, he said this himself, like, if you don't like this movie, you just don't like having fun, because that's what you're missing the point. Like, it's a goofy ass movie. That's why I'm doing this, because it doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely.
So yeah, shout out to him.
Yes. I guess the next question is it a classic or not?
Well,
is that
we got an appearance from James Brown. I want to shout him out.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Another legend.
Yeah.
And also shout out to Malcom D. Lee, director.
Yeah.
This is his second film after he did The Best Man.
Yes.
So pivots right into this.
Cousin of Spike.
Obviously, yep. And they made the joke in the movie. Like, they really are out to get Spike Lee. That's crazy. Cher had an Oscar and Spike Lee didn't. But that's another story. And there was almost, I was thinking about it, we've done a couple Malcom D. Lee movies. Like, we've done Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. We've done this. We've done Best Man. There was going to be a fourth movie we were going to do, but we ain't going to talk about it because niggas was fronting. We'll talk about it one day, but there's another Malcom D. Lee movie that we're going to do. You know,
we're going to do it, man.
You know, I showed up ready and it was like, I don't even like this movie. So I'm going to call him out when we do it.
Shit swag.
And also, just real quick, if you do want to watch the film, if you don't have it on DVD, it is streaming on Hulu.
Yes.
So check it out there. Also, one quick shout out for an award. It was nominated for Black Reel Awards, including Best Actress. I really want to shout that out because I think Anjanou Ellis did her thing. Like, I don't think I appreciated how good she was in this movie when I was younger.
Yeah.
But now I really do. And she was looking like butter too.
Oh yes,
my
absolutely.
Goodness. And it did win an award for the Washington, D.C. Area Film Critics Association Award for Best Guilty Pleasure. And I think that's fit.
Yes.
But School, man, you was going to ask us.
Classic or not? Rich, what you got? What you think?
Ray
P, what you think? Let me hear what Ray P got to say first.
You know my answer is no. Y'all know my answer is no. Like, it was... I found myself twiddling my thumbs or like checking the thermostat in the hotel room. Like,
checking the thermostat. My goodness.
It was a long 110 minutes, boy. I tell you.
I liked it. I love this movie. Actually, I love this movie. But when I look and see, every time I watch a movie, I check how long is this? So when I saw an hour 26 minutes, I'm like, oh, bet.
Yeah.
And by the time I finished it, I'm like, it had to be 2 hours to pass by.
Damn.
But I don't know what it is. Something about the pacing in that last 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. Like that middle stretch that it has is like perfect. And it's goofy. Like it keeps me laughing throughout. Don't get me wrong. But they're like,
man, I probably laughed twice.
I was just about to say, it's my type of comedy. Like it's my type of dry, like goofy comedy. So that's probably why. But it's one of those movies. I can't call it a classic. It's a classic to me. It's a cult classic, but it's not a universal classic.
Yes, definitely a cult classic.
Right. And I was thinking about this. I know we were thinking like, how do we define a classic? And I was like, if we can universally say a movie and everybody 9.9 out of 10 people say, oh yeah, that's a classic, I think it's a classic.
Yeah.
It's not crazy to me if somebody says they don't fuck with this movie. So that's why I can't put it as a classic category. What you think?
Classic. You know what I think? Classic. I'm not mad at anyone for feeling like you said that it's not. It's definitely an acquired taste. But like I said, Pops, man. I love my Pops, man. And he's very soul brother, man. Like,
listen,
and especially like the white girl, bringing the white girl home. Like, oh man, sheesh, man, oh man.
Listen, man. It's a classic to me, but it's not a classic. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. I get you. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why. And you know what else is funny? The idea of the black president. We talked about this in our Head of State episode, but this movie came out in 2002. Head of State came out in 2004. Like President Obama was elected in 2008.
No one.
We were still so far away in our heads, even 6 to 4 years prior, or 4 to 6 years prior. And it's just always amazing to me. Like even there was a director commentary with Eddie Griffin. He said like, don't worry, because there was a line in this film where the man said, I want to keep the White House white. And Eddie Griffin said, you ain't got to worry about that. It's going to stay white for a long time. And here we are 6 years later with President Obama. So it's just crazy to think about how quick things turn.
Yeah, buddy. Man, oh man. So let me ask this, because I felt this way. I didn't feel like it was a lot of great scenes, but a lot of great quotes. Like a lot of great quotes came out of scenes.
Yeah, a lot of great quotes, more than the scenes. And I guess one thing we didn't really mention, it's just the whole blaxploitation era.
Yes.
Like that moment, like those films. If you have no idea of that history or those films and you just watch this movie by itself, you're probably going to be super confused. But that's exactly how the movies went. They were goofy and just kind of.
Yeah, some things were intentional, like the driving scene. That scene where he's just spinning and like that's intentional because of the blaxploitation films. It was a lot of cuts and shit was just like, whoa.
Yeah, the whole concept of this movie is goofy as hell. Like this is a silly ass movie. Like So just going to your point, like of the scenes, it just went, man. It just went. And there was a couple moments of stretches where I laughed. Rachel had one or two, and it just took off from there. So I had a couple scenes written down, but
I don't have many scenes. I got a lot of quotes.
Let's start with Ray P then.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You can knock yours out quick. You ain't even gotta. We ain't even gotta go around in the circle. Just tell us what you got, and we'll talk. We'll finish up the rest.
For quotes.
Nah, best scenes. You ain't got no scenes.
You ain't got a scene?
Ray ain't got no scene.
You ain't got a scene, Ray?
Has that ever happened? Nope. That's never happened.
Nope. She even had a scene for Queen and Slim.
Yeah, you had a Queen and Slim.
Come on, man. You got a scene. Nah, you got a scene. I ain't going. You got a scene.
Okay. I thought the James Brown one, just because I love James Brown with my whole heart. And he died a couple years later. Oh my God. On Christmas 2006.
Yeah, damn.
I thought that was very good. Him in a limo, even when Soul Brother, took the costume, I don't know, the disguise off, that whole shebang. I thought that was good. Look at me struggling to get through this.
Listen,
The fight scene with the She-Devil and I'm lying, guys. The fight scene with She-Devil and
Sister Girl,
that was good just because it was a goofy, ridiculous fight scene.
Mhm.
But before that was when Anton and She-Devil were in the clothing store. Was it Khaki
Republic,
Khaki Republic, and Sister Girl Tanya instead of Tanja
Hey, that
was
shit.
like, all right, bitch. Now, when she was the, I don't want to call her worker, the store clerk. Just that whole scene, like that whole shebang of passive aggressive.
I'm not laughing at that, bro. Every time I watch this movie, bro, she looking over and said, "Hi, Tanja."
Yeah.
Typical passive aggressive foolishness.
That shit give me weak every time. It's that color girl, Tanja.
Hey, that whole scene. That scene is classic. That's a classic scene.
It's good, very good.
Yeah.
And typically how it be when you see your brother show up with a other.
That Denise Richards turnaround.
Come on.
Yeah,
that's how they feel.
Just you got any other scenes, right?
No.
That
was hard enough.
Can I talk about just real quick since we talked about it? Anton Jackson, just all his scenes.
Yes,
I just thought that character was funny.
Yeah, as soon as he became Anton, that shit was.
Yeah, that's the range of Eddie Griffin being able to play some different characters, a la Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, so on and so forth. It really gave him a chance to shine in that, and they had to use the same makeup department from Life, right? Because he definitely looked like Ray and Claude in that in that opening bank scene.
Yes,
like even down to the uniform what they was wearing at the end. I'm like, dang, like that looks like a mix of both. So that was wild. But the cigarette scene before that, the cigarette scene might be my favorite moment in the film, and it's just silly all the way around. I imagine that's really how those meetings go. And they really trying to figure out what to pitch to black people, and they have no idea, and bring the token in. And you already know what I'm about to say, bro. Look at this. Look at this cigarette. His lamp is what black person you want to smoke this? Not the one I know. The way he casually and flippantly, he just flippantly said that and meant it. That's not the one I know. That shit is hilarious to me. Like we talk about all the time. Sometimes racism is funny to me because I have no other expression but to laugh. Like you that wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
These people are crazy.
Yeah, Khaki Republic.
Can we talk about how catchy that's General's fried chicken? It's butt kicking.
Hey, am I foul? Hey, am I messed up for having the commercial itself as one of my favorite scenes?
Nah, that shit is
because it's so ignorant.
That shit ignorant.
It's very ignorant. But
that's why I love Soul Plane and Baby Boy.
That shit is ignorant. Boy.
Now wait a minute. I love Soul Plane and Baby Boy.
It's ignorant. Okay. It's ignorant as hell. I love it.
But I was gonna say less ignorant. I thought it was interesting that Billy D did choose to do this. And I think it was a chance for him to sort of spoof himself because he did sell malt liquor in real life.
Talk about it. Coke 45.
He really sold Coke 45. Yep. So maybe he was like, oh yeah, I can do this comedy and poke fun at myself.
Don't forget, if you ordered the 8-piece Snappy Meal, you get the free malt liquor. That's probably a Coke 45.
Come
32
on.
ounce.
Billy making money coming in and going. You know what I'm saying? The Nappy Meal. This shit, this is an ignorant ass movie, man. Ton of black people signed off on this.
Yeah, and he still looked good.
I had the intro, the intro leading up to the bank scene.
Yeah.
And the general's press conference. Like, could you imagine in 2006, 7, or I guess it would have been 2007 or so when President Obama or Senator Obama at that time would have been having a press conference for his announcement, and that nigga would have came up. Excuse me, I don't mean to say that. My bad about our president. President Obama
that nigga
would have said he's selling chicken.
Well,
Come on,
the
man.
best, the most fucked up part about it is the empowerment you feel leading up to it, to the announcement. Because for the past week, you've been talking about it like, yo, you hear about Senator Obama, he running, yeah, you tap in, you happy, you whatever. And then they get up there and say, chicken on this way. Huh? Hey, the motherfucker said, will there be sides?
What about desserts? Hey, man, come on, man. Hey,
you know what it reminds
me like if that happened, bro. We'd have been like, what?
You know what that whole thing reminded me of was the Popeye's chicken sandwich craze. And they was saying they was putting shit in the chicken for niggas.
They knew that shit was coming.
Y'all
was still out of pocket for that, man. Somebody got killed over that in real life. Like y'all was
fooling
over the chicken sandwich.
It was good though.
That original spicy chicken sandwich was a heavy hitter though. I'm not
gonna had the nuggets, man. Go ahead and pull up.
I don't really like the nuggets.
What? Okay,
nuggets. I had them once and they slapped. The next time
they weren't good.
Nah, man. Somebody was playing. It was the end of their shift.
Oh well, I don't blame them there.
That's all I got for scenes. So, I know you got anything else?
Not really. I have more quotes.
Okay, then get into it, brother.
Reminds me of the Fresh Prince. He raps happy.
or Will Smith ain't got a cuss in his rap to sell records.
Well, I do.
Hey man, it was at Will Nick.
When Anton, he said, sometimes when you go undercover, you got to do things, no matter how difficult, how dangerous, how good it might have felt.
They was fooling, telling on himself, man. Niggas stay telling themselves.
Hey, when he announced that he had sex with a white girl, the way they ran up to him,
that was like probably the classic. When it came out, that was the scene. That was the one in the trailer that was supposed to get the laughs. I remember that scene. Being like the
Lance said, "Welcome."
Was it everything I dreamed of? Yeah,
she had some more pink nipples, didn't she?
Yeah, there's in there fooling, man.
Who was your saying stiller?
I still got quotes.
Oh, go ahead.
Ray, you got some quotes? I know you said you had some. Or did you?
I can blend in like a good weave.
That look she gave him. That look you be getting. Yeah.
Very black woman.
Mm-hmm. Very black woman.
And you already set him with the whole Tanja. That was all.
The Tanja shit, man. Yeah. The Tanja shit is that might be my favorite quotes of the movie because it's so you have to get the visuals with it. The way she likes peeking down at her name tag both times when she first said it and when they leaving, like, bye, Tanja. Now I know you being funny.
Yeah.
If I wasn't sure the first time, now I know you.
Now I know. Exactly.
Turnaround was for that last turnaround.
Yeah, like, that's the exclamation point.
Bitch.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
Especially in 2002. This was I know it's only 20 years, but 2002 was much different than it is in 2022 when it came to like interracial and stuff like that. Niggas will still catch a mean side eyes.
He said, where the hell have you been? Not there, because that's where people who swear go. And she told him you sound like a 14-year-old white girl, bruh. I fell out because that's shit real.
I got some.
Go ahead.
Just because of the reaction. If you're gonna shoot me, shoot me.
Shoot me.
Thank you, Jesus. Because ain't anybody try to act up, they don't never want to get shot. Like, just that realism. Holy moly, it looks like it's the Source Awards in here. It's smacked him over the head. It does now. I already talked about the cigarette. How many black people want to smoke this? Not the one I know. You're gonna make me blush, and you might not see it. Come on, man. Who wrote this ignorant shit, man? Where I come from, we like to pronounce our E's and our R's. And Feather, the last quote by the man, Feather went out like a sucker. Punk ass bitch played himself. Let's bounce, dog. Come on, man.
I'm weaker. I'm more weak at how weak y'all are than when I rewatched it. It is, but like I don't want to serious the pie out, but white people randomly using African American vernacular is always so ridiculous to me because they are so intentional about it, and they sound utterly ridiculous.
Every single time. Like Chris Kattan, and I know that was supposed to be the explanation is like the culture, so the culture is so strong. I can't help. I think he even said that in the film. But yeah, man, that shit's silly. Like it really is.
Silly
Like because it's not natural.
James Brown. It's not natural.
It's anything it's like anything else that's not natural to somebody. You know when somebody's doing some shit that ain't themselves, and it looks weird. If that ain't how you talk, that ain't how you talk. And when you take something and try to make it cool, you know, once you start getting auto-tune and Wendy's commercials and you know whatever slang they do, it's over. You know what I'm saying? When you start getting Good Morning America do the cuff it dance, like it's just over. They be taking like it's whatever, man. We ain't gotta talk about it. Shout out to Good Morning America, by the way.
Yeah,
shout out to
them.
Hope everything's going well in the HR department.
It's true.
Lou Tellis. Nigga named Lou Tellis. He did it.
Niggas gonna tell him something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took him off the air. Anyway.
You got a scene stiller? I ain't even gonna ask you.
Yeah,
you ain't got no scene stiller. You got scene stiller?
I didn't know if I could qualify Ingenue as a scene stiller, but she really was my favorite part of the movie just because I genuinely love her.
Yeah.
And she was serving looks.
Okay, I'm with it.
Can I have that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That?
I'll accept it.
Absolutely. This is an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
So I think everybody other than Eddie Griffin, I think anybody qualifies for a scene stiller.
Yeah.
Okay.
You asking who mine is?
Yep. Who you got, brother?
That's a good question because I didn't have anybody written down because I was trying to think about it and I said I'll figure it out on the spot. Ingenue was my favorite part of the film. More to the point where I consider her a lead. And if that's the case, I'm going to go with. I really hate to say Chris Kattan, but I'm gonna say Shy McBride. I'm gonna say Shy McBride.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll accept that. I'm going Dave Chappelle. I feel like most of his lines were improvised.
Oh, they definitely were.
So
I could totally see that.
Yeah, and my favorite one is when he said, "I think someone's selling now." I say we kill him. Shut the door, nigga. Shit gonna be all right, baby. Don't look. Like all that
ready.
Shit. Yeah, that's just.
And he meant that.
Absolutely. What else we got? Things that bother you?
I can't let a movie like this bother
me. Yeah, because then you would never.
Nah.
Cultural moments.
The whole movie.
The whole movie. It was a good homage to blaxploitation. Like I get it. It just was hard to watch. I don't know. Y'all doing me bad. I feel terrible.
You good. You good. It ain't your shit. It's not your shit. I love moments like this though, for real. Like it gives that balance.
Yeah. Wouldn't let that happen to me.
I didn't have anything written down.
Me neither. Trivia. So the one thing I do have is when Denise Richards makes the comment of, you're cute in a Theo Huxtable type of way. If you know anything, Eddie Griffin was on Malcolm and Eddie with Malcolm Jamal Warner, who plays Theo Huxtable. So there it is.
Shout out to Malcolm and Eddie. A lost good sitcom. Like one that's
very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Nothing like Homeboys in Outer Space. So shout out to that.
Shout out to UPN.
Yeah.
That's real.
Underpaid niggas. I think that was what. That's
right? Yeah. I think that was the moniker.
Put you on the nigga news. UPN at 11. Shout out to whole for everything, man. Hey, Pops used to get weak at that bar. He said the nigga news.
I love it.
I had some more trivia that I found for the film.
Go ahead.
Oh man. So Gary Anthony Williams. I don't know how many people know this. Undercover Brother started as a internet series on urbanentertainment.com.
I couldn't find any of them though, like any old ones.
Yeah, I don't know where they are. And that website is still, you can go to that website, but there's nothing really there. But yeah, he was the original voice of Undercover Brother, and obviously he played a smart brother in this film. Also played Uncle Ruckus and other things in Boondocks. Like
any y'all shit.
We love the Boondocks. And Soul Plane, he was Soul Plane, man. I love Soul Plane. I can't say that enough. Like I should not I defend Soul Plane.
Yeah, we talk about Soul
forever.
Plane. We talk about Soul Plane once a month, and I'll be on his ass about it. Once a month, we like.
I remember, like, not to go too far off, but I remember the last time I got him to watch Soul Plane with me, man. Like, we got about 25 minutes in, and I forget what ignorant shit happened. He was like, "All right, man, turn this off, man. I'm done." Mind you, he was getting weak, but he just knew, like, I can't even.
It's so stupid.
Oh, so dumb. What else? Neil Patrick Harris really smoked for that scene when he was high in the van. He felt that he wanted the real performance, and he was upset because it did the opposite. It made him paranoid, and it didn't help.
You have to be careful.
There were photos in the Chief's office in the background. We got Danny Glover, Courtney B. Vance, Andre Brett. Is it Brasher? Yeah, and Richard Pryor. The theme was these are all actors who have played a black chief. So that's why they were in the back.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was homage.
Nope, that's they all. It is an homage.
I mean, it is an homage.
The homage was the Danny Glover line, right?
Yeah, that too. As well. Yeah. Especially when he looked up at his picture, like, I'm getting too old for this shit. That's a famous Lethal Weapon line with racist ass Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. I was about to say what he said, but I ain't gonna do it. And something I did not find out until last night. School, you might not even know this.
Okay, hit me with it.
Robert Townsend made a cameo as Undercover Brother's father.
The IMDb, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, he made because they had a scene for it and it's deleted. But in the very opening credits, I mean, when they're doing like the credits and they're doing like snap little moments, there's a moment where the dad takes the medallion off his neck and put it on his son. That's Robert Townsend. You can barely even see him. Robert Townsend made a cameo doing that.
Yeah, he's on the IMDb credits, but I was like, where?
So,
legend.
Now, what are you gonna say?
Does this put you in the vein at all of like a Hollywood shuffle?
This film?
No.
Not that it's the same, but just
I spend a lot of time trying to figure out what to say about Hollywood Shuffle. And I know it means a lot. But I don't know how to describe that film. Especially if you didn't see it, if you're trying to watch that today.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's just different. But a lot of people they credit that as being like one of the most important black films ever. Because of what it meant. It really is. It is. But
it reminds me of like a movie 43. You remember seen that? You remember that one? Like, it has so different scenes to make one movie. Like,
do you mean in that style? Like, as far as just the scenes, just kind of just there's one overall story, but a lot of stuff going in. No, I'm my bad.
Yeah, but to that regard, and just like, I don't want to say the portrayal of black people, but like our characters, the characters in Undercover Brother. I mean, I know it's blaxploitation, like just not the same, but it just puts me in the same kind of mindset, like of it. Like they would be not closely related, but just on a tree.
I can definitely see that. That makes sense.
Well, I know Undercover Brother 2 looks like it's trash, but you know, hey. It's perfect that Michael J. White is in it, though. Like, that super makes sense because Black Dynamite, look like.
I was just about to say I'd rather see Black Dynamite if I'm going to see blaxploitation Michael J. White. Yeah, but go ahead, Rachel.
No, I was just going to say that before you put that the trailer or the poster in the chat, I had never even seen that. I didn't know that there was an Undercover Brother 2 at all.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, I knew
it took it out probably.
I knew it existed. The only reason I know is because Gary Owen was like Militant Brother. But even when he was posting about it, I thought it was fake.
Like, you follow Gary Owen?
He from Cincinnati. Actually, he from Talawanda, but
why you don't like Gary Owen?
Yeah.
I don't dislike him. I have no reason to follow him on any social media.
Yeah, it's a Cincinnati thing. it's a
I
Cincinnati
guess
thing.
it's really not Ohio against the world.
Yeah, and he made a reference to our high school not that long ago too. So
Yeah, he definitely made a reference to our high school that was 100% spot on.
Spot on.
So yeah, it's a Cincinnati thing. But I guess
What
you
do you
don't
say
follow.
about Cold Rain?
I guess you don't follow Jim Jackson. So
Toledo's Jim Jackson?
yeah, you
The
don't follow
JJ
him. do you?
Express Jim Jackson?
Yeah. What was his restaurant that he had? Elephants or something? I can't remember. Nah, it was called Jimmy's, JJ's or some shit.
Told you I don't trust them niggas named JJ, man.
But you know what I'm talking about? It was downtown, Rachel. Jimmy Jackson had a
Yeah.
restaurant in Toledo.
Yeah, it's currently our brother's place.
Okay then. Hold on, which you know what?
It's kind of closed, but
Kind of close. All right, man. Let me ask you one question before we get out of here. And you touched on it a little bit. What is it specifically about this film that you just like, Is it too goofy? Is it too far removed? Is it too 2002?
I think it's maybe it's 2002, but also like I just don't like stupid stuff.
I was gonna say it seemed like
Yeah.
you can't.
But you like Soul Plane.
I know it's weird. I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't really get into it other than I'm turning into my mother. That's literally the only explanation because I'm sitting here. I've seen this. I remember thinking that it was great leaving the theater in 2002. So 14, 15, like no. That is still the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, Josh, crossover for me.
I'm not even gonna put this in like a worst movies, bad movie category. It's just not my. I think I'll just put it. It's not my taste.
I got you.
But
it's definitely a mood movie too. Like if you're not in the right mood to watch it, it's not even going to turn this dumb shit off.
But the story makes sense, you know, unlike Queen and Slim. Like if the plot goes, I didn't think anything really was quote unquote unnecessary. You know, it was all funny, ridiculous shit. But no, it's no Queen and Slim.
Hey, the man really exists, by the way.
And the man really like, come on, you could get me on my militant shit all day long. Yes.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
I know about white infiltrators and this the third and the man.
I'm gonna link you up with Pops. Don't worry about it.
I know.
What else was I about to say about this?
That Mama Ray.
What was I about to say about this goofy movie?
Right for the kids.
I think I pretty much said everything that I wanted to say about Undercover Brother.
Love this movie.
Damn, I really was wanting y'all to have a more in-depth conversation.
Well,
about the movie?
This movie
in-depth as far as what? What you want us to talk about?
I mean, we pulled just right into an hour.
Because it's an actual story. Like that's an actual story to follow. Like this
movie goofy as hell.
This movie goofy as hell. Like they got General Fried Chicken. Like they spreading. Oh shit! Is that how they did this with COVID?
See, come on, conspiracy brother.
Yeah, man.
They put it in the Popeyes chicken sandwiches.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah.
Damn. They got us.
Man,
I ate them motherfuckers.
But yeah, I feel you. It's just not. I enjoy having in-depth conversations. There just wasn't one. This is actually what I thought that
How high?
Drumline and whatchamacallit would have been like last week. Just right. I thought it would have been around this type of conversation because there wasn't much. But this one's just there's not much. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Me and School, the only film that we couldn't do an episode on that we ever tried was How High.
Yeah.
Like we tried to do an episode on How High, and that movie is just there's nothing to talk about. Like literally nothing to talk about that's gonna make any sense for somebody to want to. It wouldn't do the listeners right to sit there and have them listen to us talk about how or try to fumble through How High. That movie is beyond stupid. But I love How High. But I could never talk about it and make sense of it.
You just have to tell the listeners to.
One day, this is how we're gonna
legal
do
to partake.
This is my thing. I guarantee this. Give us 3 years. We're gonna do How High, all we gonna do is gonna be 420. We gonna have it on. We just gonna watch it with the listeners, man. That's it. That's the only way we can do it.
It's got to, because I don't know. But
do a live stream.
So I feel like this is in the same vein where it's just goofy as hell. It doesn't make any sense. It does make sense. Yeah. Like that the man, them holding his bag, all that. Like
all of it.
And shout out to Friends, because I still never seen an episode.
It's not necessary. You've seen Living Single, man.
Yeah, I've never seen an episode of Friends. But
wow.
Yeah. Too Hot, Too Low is right.
What's the rating?
5.9.
5.9.
But yeah, I got it a little higher. But
what you got?
I got it at 6.5.
Right?
I'll say it's just right. Or a 5. I don't know about that 0.9.
Dang, you can't even go to 5.5. You gotta go.
I give it a 5.5.
All right.
I think I'm going to 6.5. When I first watched it, it was a 6, and then it jumped to a 6.5. Now, I will say this: this film was not meant to be consumed multiple times in like a 2-3 day span.
Nah.
Yeah.
You were not supposed to watch Undercover Brother like in preparation.
No.
Like you watch it once and you write your notes and you go from there, because
yeah.
By that third one, I was like, I didn't even watch the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
It's just not necessary. Like I got my laughs out. Other than the man calling Feather a punk ass bitch. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all.
Chris Kattan, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I hope he's doing well.
Hey man,
he's still doing movies. I'm straight to streaming. Nah, straight to Tubies.
That nigga was in Corky Romano. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Kattan.
Listen, one thing about Hollywood is all they gotta know is people like you, and you in there. They will give you a movie.
Hey, let's see if you can answer this question. There's an actor that I'm thinking of. I don't know how famous he was in 2002. There's only one actor that I could have thought of that could have played that Chris Kattan role. Do you know who I'm thinking of?
In 2002?
Yeah, I don't know if he was even famous in 2002. But if you just think about it, somebody who could play that role. Like there was only one person that came to mind. Like who could be like that Chris Kattan goofy ass role?
Who? David Spade?
No.
Pauly Shore?
No. Oh shit. I'm thinking of.
And play it the way Chris Kattan played it.
Ryan Reynolds?
No, hell
no. Oh damn! Why can't I think of dude's name?
What do you know him from?
Paul
you ain't
Rudd?
Thinking of because you would have known, huh?
Paul Rudd?
Nah.
No.
You won't know because you would have said where he was from, because he's from too many most popular stuff. Steve Carell.
That ain't what I was thinking of.
Steve Carell is who I thought of. Like Steve Carell could have played that same role the same way.
He could have.
No.
He's Michael Scott.
You crazy. You crazy.
He's
done that in The Office. He's played Chris.
That's a young Michael Scott.
Yeah, I guess he could.
Yeah, definitely. Especially 2002, because he probably wasn't even famous yet. So
yeah,
he definitely could have done the same shit. Blah 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 blah. That 40-year-old virgin shit. Come on, man. He done all that. Chris Kattan was doing all that stuff. Might have. Chris Kattan, man. Shout out to him, because this might be, other than Night at the Roxbury, this might be his most popular movie.
Damn.
Romano. That's crazy. Master of Disguise. They will give you a movie.
Yeah, they will.
He's still making movies though. He's still making movies. But yeah, I think we've squeezed 43 minutes out of Undercover Brother, and I think that's an accomplishment. That's
I appreciate y'all for doing this for me.
There we go.
Yeah, man, because this is
Why?
One for you, one for me.
Listen, that's how. I know how you felt last week.
You have to do that one movie, man. You have to do that one movie, man.
What more movie?
The other Malcom D lead movie.
Oh yeah, man. Nah, Rachel gonna sit that one out. She ain't even gonna do it.
Oh no, I will, or at least let me watch.
You ain't
let
gonna
me
do
be. It. Let me be on the stream. I've seen it. I was prepared. I still got my notes.
Yeah, I still do too. Y'all funny for that. Y'all funny for that.
I'm your puppet.
That's a bop. That's a hit.
Ooh, that's a real song.
Cutting it.
But listen, We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
If you tuned in to the end with us, y'all some real ones.
Hey, straight
We
up.
love y'all deep.
Yeah, straight up. We love y'all. But next week, remember, y'all voting on what we're talking about. We giving y'all 4 options. Y'all can vote it on Instagram, and we will have it for you next Thursday. After that, we got some stuff lined up for you. We'll be rolling right into it. We'll announce it. Should be pretty easy to tell with what's coming up, being that it's Christmas and there's a television series about to drop. So y'all can figure it out. But we'll get back to y'all next week. Y'all be cool. Y'all be cool. School, great job too.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Peace out. And cut, guys.